Well, here I am with my husband, who's never been at the Oz Museum before. I thought I'd show you what's going on in the Christmas case that I have set up in the Oz Club's case here at the museum. We've had this here now for, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 years. And every 6 months or so I come down and put something new in it. Right now we have Christmas Oz material, so I thought it'd be fun to show you a little bit for our party. The nutcrackers I picked for this are ones that are not already on permanent display in the museum. So we have that wizard and another. The Winky Guard, the Flying Monkey. Down here in the bottom corner is another wizard and a Dorothy. So there's the nutcrackers I have in here. I think they're all Steinbach, maybe not the first one I showed you. Doing this ornament filled wreath was interesting because I have literally hundreds of ornaments, maybe 1,000. But I wanted to get for this some store-bought ones, some handmade ones, a couple unusual characters like the Miss Gulch is in there, and I've got a couple little munchkins tucked in different places. Those little munchkins are the ones I think were sold at Chesterton back in the day. This Christmas stocking, my sister-in-law did the needlework for. The little Christmas carolers, there's 4 of them, came out in the late 80s, I believe. 100 years ago, Baum wrote a little introduction that he called the Christmas stocking. I think we're gonna have Mikey D read it for us today. And it was printed inside these little miniature books. They were sold in that little boxed set and in boxes in pairs. I think there were boxes of 4 and even 6 that were also available. This little plate and cup are from Japan. There's a set of, I think, 6 different plate designs. Down below, I have a large Santa figure that is based on the life and adventures of Santa Claus, the story of which is adapted on the outside of that box. Is a figurine made, I don't know, a good 15 years ago. I'll have to look that up and tell you for sure. The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus was an L. Frank Baum book written after The Wizard of Oz. Those 2 editions are the older vintage collectible ones that I have. And it's been produced as a videotape, or as a television production a couple times. I added a couple of the Oz Kids animated videos that have Christmas tales and A Kidnapped Santa Claus, which is a short story Baum wrote, also about Santa. Down in here I have an ad. This was the Christmas catalog from the publisher showing the wonderful Land of Oz library, the 1939 movie edition of the book, and Ozoplaning with the Wizard of Oz, which was the 1939 book. So I put those 3 pieces out since they were the Christmas offerings for 1939. Over here, this is Dinslow's Night Before Christmas. As you might be able to tell, in Santa's bag, there is a little Tin Man. This is the older cover, I think the first edition, and the one that's open is a slightly reduced in size later reprint. Then this little Santa figurine, he's an ornament, reflects Dinslow's design of Santa Claus. A couple other Christmas books I tucked in here. Illustrated by John R. Neal, the illustrator of the Oz books after Dinslow. A copy of The Christmas Carol, The Night Before Christmas, and then that Ever New Stories for Children also included the Christmas stories. And Neal illustrated The Curious Cruise of Captain Santa, which Ruth Plumly Thompson wrote. So I wanted to have a little bit of Christmas books in there too. I think that is the size of it. I think I've told you about everything that's in there. And I just thought I might make a little fun show and tell for this afternoon.